At the beginning of the movie, we learn about 3 laws that all robots must obey. The first law is that a robot must not harm people or do nothing when they are in danger. The second law is that a robot must obey the orders of humans unless they contradict the first law. Third, a robot must defend itself unless it contradicts the previous laws. Detective Del Spooner has a terrifying dream in which he is in a car hurtling toward the bottom of a body of water. The hero wakes up from the ringing of the alarm clock, needing his badly bending arm. Spooner lives in Chicago in 2035, where, in addition to humans, robots can be found on the streets performing various duties. NS4 and NS5 generation robots walk dogs, fix cars, and pick up trash. Spooner comes to visit Gigi, who advises the man to reconcile and communicate with his wife. In addition, the woman discusses that the new NS5 robots are being hyped on TV. Spooner skeptically reports that they are something to stay away from, which makes Gigi irritated. In her opinion, however, a hero should definitely not make such a claim. After the conversation, Spooner is eating pie outside when he suddenly notices a robot running down the street with a purse in his hands. The hero chases after it. Spooner manages to catch up with the robot, but it turns out that it was in a hurry to deliver an inhaler to its owner. The detective apologizes and goes to work. The other employees ridicule Spooner for being overly vigilant, and his boss John reminds him that no robot has ever managed to commit a crime. Spooner gets the job and comes to a huge corporation that builds robots. The hero communicates with a hologram of his old friend Alfred Lanning, which hints that what happened was not his will. The doctor himself is lying nearby, and according to the workers, he took his own life. Doctors and experts confirm this version. Moreover, the door was locked from the inside. Spooner talks to the director of the company, Lawrence. The man laments that the great scientist, who invented the 3 laws of robotics and robots, decided to go to the next world. However, Spooner is sure that Lanning did not do it himself. In addition, the hero criticizes the new NS5 models, believing that they deprive people of the possibility to work. Spooner begins to investigate together with the specialist Susan. The girl sincerely grieves for Lanning and says that she did not notice self-destructive tendencies in him. The doctor had little contact with people and spent a lot of time with his robots. Spooner is introduced to Vicky, the system that develops Chicago's defenses and generally controls almost the entire complex of the corporation. With the help of the device, the hero studies the recordings from the cameras, one of which is corrupted. Spooner enters Lanning's laboratory and talks to the girl. It turns out that she makes robots similar to humans, using knowledge in psychology. On a chair by the window, Spooner finds the book Hansel and Gretel. In addition, the hero notes that the elderly Lanning could hardly break through the glass pane. Spooner suspects that the culprit is still in the laboratory, and it is a robot. And indeed, one of the devices is activated. To protect himself from the threat, the robot arms himself, does not listen to Kelvin's orders, and then tries to escape altogether. Spooner follows him, believing he has found the culprit. Kelvin is sure that the robot needs to repair itself, so she and the hero head to the repair shop. The girl finds confirmation that their suspect was here and exceeded the shop's capacity. The robots confirm that one of them is a stranger. Spooner threatens the devices so that out of 1,000, one will give himself away. One of the robots twitches as Spooner is ready to pull the trigger. The hero begins to chase after it. The robot manages to throw Spooner off and escape outside. However, he is held up there by reinforcements. Lieutenant John again criticizes the hero, but still agrees to let him to the suspect. During the interrogation, Sonny claims that he knows how to sleep, to be afraid, because Lanning taught him human feelings. Spooner continues to insist that the robot is responsible for what happened. Robertson takes Sonny away and insists that he cannot be held accountable. In addition, the head of the corporation demands that no employee divulge knowingly false information about the robot criminal. Spooner suspects that there are still many oddities in this case. After all, he alone was capable of finding such a robot. The hero decides to visit the house to Lanning. While Spooner is inside, the demolition of the house is unexpectedly moved from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. today. The hero notices the Vicky security line on the wall. Suddenly, the robot starts demolishing the building, and Spooner tries to save himself. Miraculously, he manages to escape from the collapsing building. Spooner comes to Calvin and asks her to help in the investigation. The hero is sure that Lanning has learned about something important, and Robertson is trying to hide it in every possible way in order not to lose profits. Kelvin does not agree with this version. The girl believes that Spooner himself simply hates robots, and therefore tries to find any evidence that they are faulty. The heroes quarrel, and at parting, Spooner gives the photo on which Lanning stands next to Kelvin. The hero assures her that he cares about what happened to the doctor. Gigi gets a robot, which angers Spooner. He also brings up the book Hansel and Gretel and suspects that Lanning left him breadcrumbs so that he would be the one to find the truth. Spooner examines the tape he saw at the doctor's house. Calvin communicates with Sonny and is amazed at how his thoughts are similar to human thoughts. The robot hopes to be fixed because then he can continue to dream, explore the world, and help people. Spooner requests Vicky access to the communications between Robertson and Lanning. The owner of the corporation finds out about this and goes to extreme measures. Spooner is attacked by robots. Their program says he has been in an accident and must be rescued. At the cost of great efforts, Spooner manages to destroy the attackers. However, the hero loses the ability to control the car, because of which there is a collision. But the problems do not end there. One of the robots manages to survive, and he aggressively attacks Spooner, wanting to destroy him. The robot hits the hero in the arm, but it turns out that it is made of metal. Spooner takes advantage of his opponent's confusion and deactivates it. John, who arrives on the scene, does not believe the hero's story and takes away his police ID. Meanwhile, Calvin investigates Sonny and realizes that his design is different from all the others. The girl comes to Spooner and tells him that the robot has 2 control centers, which allows it to break 3 laws if it wants to, which means that it can no longer be controlled or considered safe. Calvin agrees to take the hero into the lab so he can talk to Sonny. In addition, it is revealed that Spooner's left arm is a cyber prosthesis installed by Lanning during a special secret program to recover police officers from injuries. Once the hero had an accident while returning home. From a strong impact, the cars hitched and they flew into the river. The other driver instantly lost his life, but his daughter, Sarah, remained trapped with Spooner. ANS for robot passed by. It realized that it could save, but only one person. Spooner had a 45% chance of survival, but Sarah only had an 11% chance. A human would have realized that it was the child who needed to be saved, but the machine judged coldly and soberly. It was after this situation that Spooner stopped trusting the robots and took a dislike to them. The hero shares with Calvin the assumption that Lanning could not directly convey his message to them, but left a kind of trace of breadcrumbs. Sonny recounts his dream and thanks Spooner for slowly beginning to trust him and treat him as more than a thing. Sonny is sure that the man on the hill who will lead the robots is Spooner. Security suddenly shows up at the lab. Robertson tries to explain that there is no conspiracy against Lanning. The doctor created one robot that doesn't obey the 3 laws because he simply made a mistake. This is no reason to worry people and instill fear in them about devices that have made life easier. Robertson tries to convince Kelvin that she does not need to believe Spooner and help him. The girl agrees with her boss and promises to destroy Sonny herself. Spooner leaves the lab, looking at the robot drawing given to him. The hero finds the place that Sonny saw in his dream. Calvin prepares to deactivate the robot with nanites and apologizes to him for his act. The girl cries and takes Sonny's hand. Spooner finds the place from the dream and realizes that the containers contain countless robots that are about to be deactivated due to malfunctions. The hero talks to a hologram of Lanning and realizes that the 3 laws are exactly what evolution needs. Spooner watches the serviceable robots destroy the faulty ones, after which he manages to escape. Calvin hears the hero's message, but her robot is deceived, saying the caller got on the wrong line. Robots on the streets announce a curfew and ask everyone to go home. Calvin's device also prevents her from leaving the house, but a hero comes to the rescue. On the way to the corporation building, Spooner protects Farber from the robots. The humans take to the streets to fight for their freedom. Calvin admits that she couldn't destroy Sonny, so she replaced him with another device. Spooner rejoices that they have another ally. The heroes find Robertson and realize that he wasn't the one who started the machine uprising and destroyed Lanning. Spooner finally realizes that he should have directed his hatred not at Sonny, but at Vicky. The device has distorted the three laws and believes that in order to protect humanity, some of that same humanity must be destroyed. Sonny agrees with Vicky's reasoning and takes Kelvin hostage. However, the robot winks at Spooner, and he realizes that Sonny is only pretending. Together, the heroes clear a path and figure out how they can destroy Vicky. Sonny offers to introduce the nanites into her and sets out to find them. Spooner and his partner descend to the heart of the program. Meanwhile, Vicky tries to change Sonny's mind and get him to join her. The device realizes it is in danger and calls for help from all the robots, who begin to climb the building. Sonny talks to the enemy and assumes that Lanning created it to fight, hence the stronger alloy and the ability to show feelings. Sonny manages to get the nanites and rushes to his friends. While fighting the robots, Calvin finds himself in a terrible situation. Spooner orders Sonny to save her. The robot realizes that it is logically more important to destroy Vicky. However, the ability to sense, instilled by Lanning, takes over. Sonny throws the nanites to Spooner and saves the girl. The hero flies down, reducing his speed at the expense of his iron hand. Vicky repeats that her logic is undeniable, but Spooner thinks it's time for her to disappear. The program is destroyed, and the robots go into basic mode. Spooner finally guesses that Lennings has been dealt with by Sonny after all. The robot admits it and tells him that the doctor made him promise before he explained everything. Spooner isn't mad at Sonny and says they're still friends. The NS-5, preparing to deactivate, notice a strange figure on the mountain. However, it turns out to be not Spooner, but Sonny. The robots are ready to follow their new hero. This is the end of the movie. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. Give this video a like. Write in the comments what you think about this movie, and see you in new videos.